today on Skype with Rene Thomsen. He's a guitarist, technician, businessman, and leader of his own band named Thomsen. Their album, Unbroken, on AFM was released late last year. So thanks for taking the time to speak with We Love Metal today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right.
It's a pleasure.
Your album, Unbroken, has kind of an 80s feel to it, but definitely a modern punch, as I call it. Is that the sound you were going for at the time? And I'll assume that you're happy with the results of the album.
This is exactly the sound I was aiming for, and the mix I have is exactly the mix I was hoping to get. I had it mixed twice. This doesn't mean that the first mix was wrong. Not at all. The good guys, all good. It just wasn't what I wanted.
Your vision, right.
No, it wasn't my vision, no. How can you say, I put so much effort to the album, and I had a certain vision of sound. And,
sure.
There's nothing wrong if you don't get this. This doesn't mean you a bad recording engineer or mixing engineer. It's just not my sound he did. So, and then Helge Engelke mixed it, and he can read out of my mind. So he said exactly the sound I was aiming for, and I'm very, very happy that it is as it is.
Yeah. Had you worked with him before?
Not in music.
Oh, okay.
But we found out that we shared a rehearsal room in the beginning of the 80s.
Oh, wow.
But it took us a bit to figure this out, but it was like this. But he was already a very gifted guitar player.
Okay. Well, yeah, the results have worked out, and I dig the album. I've really enjoyed listening to it, and slowly working on my review. So, yeah, it's some quality German power metal, which is a great genre for me anyway.
And as we speak, in this very minute, I released the new video with the current lineup featuring Dennis Brozowski on vocals and Andrew Hilgers on the drums. And it is rehearsal room recordings also and rehearsal room video shoots. It is even more aggressive now.
Okay.
Because now you can hear Break That Spell, which is one of the songs of Unbroken, sung by the gifted Dennis Brozowski. And that's the lineup we go hit the stage with in March.
Okay, great. Now, Dennis, he only sung a couple of songs on the album, right?
Yes.
So the change was due to what? I'm kind of curious about that.
We are live anyway, later on, correct? so I have to shut up a little bit myself. I was happy with the vocals of Robert.
Sure.
I wasn't too happy of the effort. And then he had to do a surgery on his throat. So he wasn't even able to do live stuff. And then I said, well, if he can't do live, we should have whatever singer we use live on this record. So we postponed the release date. And we found Dennis. I said, Dennis, it's nice if you can sing on records. You need to sing live.
Right.
Come to Hanover. I have experienced too much, especially with Unbroken. Please come to Hanover. I have a rehearsal venue with the full setup, with the full production. And please sing this, and this song, and then we rehearse. Okay, when? Saturday in 2 weeks? Yes. He came. He sang. And I was in tears. And then
tears of joy.
Yeah, and we recorded during that, how you say, casting. Yeah.
Sure.
Is it a casting?
Rehearsal, maybe.
Yeah.
Or
I explained him that I believe he can sing good, I believe he can sing as on his record, but I need to know. Belief is not enough. I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I stopped I stopped finishing Unbroken. We made an interruption with rehearsals of Dennis Brozovsky. He came and we taped down 2 songs right away at the same day, because in this venue, the Pro Tools system is always hooked up whatever microphone you plug in. So, and we recorded Tears of the Sun, and it is right away on the album. Because this little guy blew me away.
Sure. Yeah, he definitely has a kind of a grittier sound, maybe.
Yeah.
And a slightly deeper voice, I think. So.
Yeah, and more metal.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong with Dio style, nothing wrong with Robert Soderbergh style. All good. I didn't know Dennis was there.
Uh-huh.
If I would have known, he would have sung Ruthless as well.
Ah, okay.
The first album. So he was the guy. See, I'm a Halford fan. Hello? So there you have it. But this doesn't mean any harm to Robert or even to Jürgen who sang the first album. The first album is something, whoa, it is, when I put this in, it's still, oh, Rene, this is your first appearance. It's still awesome.
Uh-huh.
It's still awesome. It still blows me away. And Jürgen is an awesome singer, and he comes from Hannover. So, you know, I couldn't have it easier. He was here.
Right down the street.
Yeah, he's down the street. So, but it, you know, but his idea of carrying on with music was different to mine.
Okay. Well,
no, but that's nothing bad, is it?
Sure. Okay. So, you know, Thomsen is a real band, but you did have some, high profile, I'll say, musicians work with you on the album, like, Udo and, well, one of my favorites, Bobby Drzambek, and I really dug his playing. So did you bring those guys into the studio, or were you sending MP3s all over the world?
No, not MP3s. Yes.
Okay, more lossless format. Yeah.
Yeah, but so some people out there don't even know the difference, so that
Sure.
doesn't matter, you know. I had problems with drummers.
Mm-hmm.
Drummers. So once I found out my original drummer was doing the record, I went straight away next day to Andre. We couldn't find a date for him to record because he was so busy with Rage. So I said, well, Andre, if you don't find anything, we tried, and well, that's it. So on my way back, and then at the end of the week, I called Bobby after we found out that we don't come together because we don't have we can't find a date. Free studio time, free time with Andre. We couldn't. So
Sure.
I gave Bobby a call and I said, Bobby, I have a second record. Would you fancy to play those drum tracks? Oh, I thought you do it. Yeah, well, this guy can't. You know, the local drummer here I have. So yeah, that would be cool. And then, Bobby doesn't do anything quick. And this doesn't mean anything bad. It's just like with doing things not so quick means he takes his time. He puts a lot of effort into it. And if you listen to Unbroken, the title track, I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah, he smokes it on that one. That's probably my favorite song.
So if you're a drummer and if you're a drummer and you're aiming for technique, well, there you have it.
Sure. So he takes his time, but he gets it.
Yeah,
perfect.
He takes his time, but and then he was able to do 4 songs in the time he gave himself. But then he renovated his house too. You know what I mean? I mean, playing drums on Thomsen is, you know, we're not talking about Dream Theater here. So,
right.
So he had to renovate his house as well. So, everything needs his time. And Bobby is sort of a friend. So he doesn't ask for a lot of gold. You know what I mean? Of
Sure.
course, Of course, I paid him, but it was very, very, very fair to a small product that mine is.
Mm-hmm.
So of course you don't put somebody under pressure who comes around the corner like he comes. So, but he said, Rene, do you want me to come to Germany or do you want to do it me at home? I said, Bobby, however you feel best, you move down to Texas. If you have a room, you can do it, of course, at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this guy sends you ready tracks and ask you how you feel if you want to have to change anything. I said, no, I don't want to change anything. You are done. Thank you very much. Because, he doesn't just drum it in and then that's it. But, you shouldn't anyway, but.
Right.
But then he was busy. Then, Sebastian Bach, he called, so he had to be busy with him because that's where his main income comes from. So mm-hmm. I stepped aside and then time passed on. I said, Andre, are you still in it? Why? Well, I only have 4 songs done. Why? What happened? Yeah, this and this. Yeah, when? Well, let's nail it down. So we called him. We spoke to the studio, and 2 weeks later he came and he put down those 4 tracks. He came to Hanover. I mean, so well prepared. Awesome. So he came to Hanover. We had a big blast the night before, and we all see double next day. But he is such a professional. I mean, Bill, he played so well drums, and with Andre was a good thing. He had the vocals already.
Oh, sure.
And Bobby didn't. It's a big difference.
Oh, sure.
So Andre was able to play a bit more musically. You can freak out, but you need to know when.
Right.
So this is, I'm very grateful how the way he played drums, and now he's with us live.
Okay. Well, sounds like it worked out. Pretty good in your favor. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm.
And then Udo sing with his brother in Wuppertal. So I went down and so he recorded here in Wuppertal in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Matthias Diet came here. Andre came here. Vinny played in LA. For one song, you don't fly over the ocean.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the results are pretty good. So, I'm enjoying it. Your history as a guitar tech, goes way back. Can you share a story or an experience that you had that, just one of your most memorable ones, something unforgettable that happened?
Yeah. I had to be prepared for this because I had this question a lot of times, but this, I always come down to one. I worked for UDO and supported Ozzy Osbourne on his first ever tour with Zakk Wylde. Miracle Man, No Rest for the Wicked this time.
Right.
So, and Matthias and myself, we got to know Zakk Wylde pretty well, and we became, he wasn't the arrogant guy from the main act. He was the blonde dude with the guitar in his hand, sitting in the dressing room area playing guitar.
Uh-huh.
So we got to know him very well, and the production was very close to the UDO band because we had a full production crew. So we didn't, we wasn't any harm for the main act. So we all were very well together. At the end of the tour, I did many sound checks for Ozzy Osbourne, played Zack's guitars and programmed some effects for him, as I do for Matthias also.
Mm-hmm.
Very last show, Hammersmith Odeon. Sharon hired some video equipment to record the show to release a video.
Okay.
And his Metaltronic amps he had by that time went down. And this was the first night. And we already tear down our equipment outside across the backyard into a locker. And Bobby Thompson, God bless him, rest in peace, came, Rene, what happened? Our guitar equipment just blew away. Whoa. Ozzy Osbourne has only one guitar, so if the guitar's gone, that's it.
Right.
So I said, Matthias, and then Matthias and I went to the locker and jumped all over the cases and figured out his 2 main heads and some of his effects right through backstage, through the stage to the other side, and fixed Zach's guitar equipment. Matthias and myself, we both did.
Mm-hmm.
And Sharon stood there and watched us, and Zach came always to the back, say, Sharon, what shall I do? And I said, Sharon, send him to the front and tell him to mime. Sound coming soon. Zach, go to the front. So he went to the front, and Matthias and I unplugged all the crap he had. His two main Marshalls, they were modified by Bogner, and some effects, and step by step, Zach came back again. Leave. Go away to the front. You didn't say fuck off. You know what I mean? You don't say fuck off to the main, you're not so close, and it's not good to say so. I don't quite remember what Sharon said, but she might said something like it, but he got sent back to the front, and there we go. Step, pluck, and there it was.
All right.
Matthias's gig, his rig, and he helped me, I was his guitar tech, and he never set up his gear, I did, but he knew, of course, how his gear was working.
Sure.
So not every guitar player does. I have quite a few I could name, they don't even know how their gear functions.
They just plug in and play, and
no, though they let somebody else plug it in.
Oh, okay. So not even plugging in.
Our world stars, and we, how you say, rescued the show? No, how you say?
Yeah.
We rescued the show, and a year later, it's a mini EP coming out from Hammersmith Odeon. But what you hear is my guitar equipment.
Right.
And the effort of Matthias Dean and myself, because we did it. So that's quite, wow. She didn't do the video, because it made no sense, having Zach White running around like a chicken without a head.
Right.
He was very young, Bill. Very young. I guess he's a bit younger than myself. And I was young too. 89, we talk about it.
Okay.
We talk about 89. So, we did this, and this is a great adventure, and this is a good story to remember.
Yeah, that's a great story.
Sharon, tell him to go to the front. Make him mime. Sound comes soon. And off he goes.
All right. Hey, Rene, you've got a lot of time tied up in your music equipment rental. I think you do lighting too, right? And with guitar tech stuff and music. What do you do in your free time? Do you have any free time? It's probably a better question.
No, I have free time. I didn't have last year, and I really, really said in one of the interviews I did at the end of the year, what do you wish for Christmas? I guess the Metal Hammer asked me something, like they ask every other musician, and I said, well, I wish more free time for myself. Mm-hmm. I guess the reason why I took the illness so long with me is I was empty. I was cooked. I have had it last year. The company worked well. All the difficulties with the album release. Mm-hmm. So when there went so much wrong, it was very bad. So my free time I spent with my wife. I married my school friend? Is that correct? Can you say that?
We say high school sweetheart.
Oh no, she's not from high school. She's from way earlier.
From what? Okay.
She's way earlier, and we found each other in 2009 or 2010. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And it was this click, and then we spent more than half a year alone with each other because we had to get rid of our bad relationships we had. Mm-hmm. So, and then she calls it, Rene, hi, I told you, she wrote me an email, I told you I'll get back to you once I have done my business issues and my private issues. It's all done. Ta-da, bye-bye. If you like, you can call me Petra. Oh, I called her right away, of course, because I'm always online. Always online. So I went there next day and back and forth, and now we married.
And share a life.
And it was such a nice story that the big Hannover's biggest newspaper they brought a full page about it.
Oh, wow.
And then there's a book that came out with including our love story. And then you have ever heard about the Bild Zeitung here in Germany? That is, you know USA Today, correct?
Oh, yeah. Bildungszeitung.
In
Yes,
Germany,
yes.
it's Bild. In
Yes.
Germany, it's Bild.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they have a magazine called Bild for the Woman. So it's a female magazine.
Sure.
And they have 1.1 million releases every week. And we even had the story in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I spent my time with her because we travel a lot. I do travel a lot. And this time I'm coming back to America this year. I haven't been there for 5 years now. So, and I come back to my beloved Florida, to Bonita Springs, Naples, Fort Myers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, warm, Bill, not north, south.
Yeah.
20 degrees plus. It's the lowest it gets. So,
I know.
Celsius, of course, not your Fahrenheit. Have you been about Celsius earlier on when you said 20?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Minus 20 Celsius. It was, yeah.
Right. So this is the story I can say. And with the album, with my free time, I travel. I will become a photographer. I met so many bad photographers, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
They all open their hands for their money and they give you bad pictures.
No good.
So, no good. No, go away. And, so I bought myself for Christmas a camera and all these objects you need for it.
Sure.
And a book. And now when we done the show, and I done my German Grammys, because we supply the German Grammys. In Germany they're called the Echo Award.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm done with this, I start doing this with the photos. And if somebody wants us to play live, we play live. But I stop with the music for a bit.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll see some of your photography out there someday. And
yeah, once I learn how to use the machine, it's one of the, you know how they call Spiegelreflex, those bigger ones, where you have to do the stuff all by your own.
Oh,
it's not automatic.
Yeah. Oh no, my wife taught me, so I enjoy photography and
yeah. Canon 70D I have.
Ah, okay. I have a 60D.
See, this is one below full format. That's what I have.
Okay.
So it's enough for the beginning.
Right.
It's
yeah.
capable of doing too much stuff anyway. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you mentioned playing live. Any plans for visiting North America to play?
Yeah. I spoke to Gene Simmons and they support Bill, where shall I play? Who's going to pay it?
Yeah. Well, maybe you can latch on with I don't know, Blind Guardian's probably coming over here later this year, so.
Yeah, but then you pay also, I need fee.
Sure.
No fee, no show.
Yeah, understand.
Because, see, the thing is, Bill, making a product, a high-end product like this, and then you go play without sound guy, play without backline addiction, play through a combo amplifier and deliver a bad show? No.
It's not worth it. Yep.
No. See, when we play on the 20th of March, I have a Hanover lighting company bringing in a full production lighting rig, including 2 follow spots, including extra front lights, and including a smaller version of the lighting design, which is in the 2 videos, with those blocks of lights.
Okay.
I bring all this in. The stage gets extended so that we can leave our gear where it is and still have space enough for our guest bands.
Sure.
We have a middle curtain, we have a backdrop, we have a front curtain. So I think heavy metal been played in a too small club with a too small production. Why? I can look bad videos in YouTube.
Uh-huh.
But I have an idea Cobra and the Lotus. You know them?
Yes.
So, with her, she is together with Kiss. You know, Gene Simmons signed her for the Canadian label of which is working with Universal.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they are probably supporting Kiss or any other. And I have the idea going on tour with them because I met them. They rented some gear here.
Okay.
Supporting Zach Wild here down the road. So and they came to my company, and I came down and picked it up, and for no fee, because you know I was going to see Zach anyway, and then the band were very nice. So maybe with them, because they have a great female singer.
Mm-hmm.
She's friendly too, so she's not she's a friendly person. So they maybe make their way, and I aiming to play with them.
Okay. Well,
that's the size that would fit, you know.
We'll keep an eye out for that. That would be excellent. All right, Rene. Last question, if you have a minute. Our website is called We Love Metal.
Yeah.
So why do you love metal?
It makes me gooskin.
I understand.
When you listen to the video, I sent you the link when we hung up.
Okay.
This is Break That Spell. Sung by Dennis, played by Andre.
Mm-hmm.
It's all new recorded. Because I don't want to give another song from the record away. And it's been recorded in the rehearsal room.
Okay.
So then you know why I like metal. It is squeaky. The guitars are very much in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very aggressive. I mixed it myself. No helping hand. No Pro Tools zigzag cutted guitars. The guitars played from the beginning to the end in one sitting. So, you know, no technical twiddle around.
Mm-hmm.
And I love metal because it brings me gooskin. It has what no other music has. But I have to say, there are elements of metal in other music, and then I get gooskin there as well. Why do you love metal?
Why do I love metal?
Yes.
I love metal because it's powerful, it's emotional. Mm-hmm. It can be happy, it can be angry, it can be sad, and it's almost, I would say it's the universal music form, because every country has a metal band, but not every country has, say, you know, here in the States we have country music. It doesn't translate in other places, but you know, if you go to Japan or Korea or Indonesia or anywhere in Europe or even Africa and the Middle East, North America, South America, there are heavy metal bands.
Yeah.
So that's why I love it.
See? Yeah, but the power and the emotion is this what brings me the gooskin, of course.
Yes.
That's why I said gooskin. It is so, and when you hear a ballad, what ballad do you know it's not from a metal band? You know,
right.
a ballad you like. A ballad right. You don't switch off the radio.
Right.
And what metal band do you know that not made their big income through a ballad?
Yeah.
Even Metallica did.
Yes.
You know, even them. And Motorhead. They
well.
Well, they, you know, they're big, but they're not Metallica.
True.
And they're not Scorpions, and they're not Black Sabbath.
Right.
And then they you know, they, of course, first row, but they're not one of the absolutely awesome mega shots. Kiss did it.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss did a ballad, Beth, I think it called.
Yeah.
Which went well, went down very well. And then they did a mainstream disco song, which hit Germany and Europe, and they went rich through that. So, I mean, yeah, and what ballad do you know is not from a metal band? And what metal band did not get wealthy through Scorpions? Still Loving You.
Oh, sure.
Coast to Coast. Not to forget Wind of Change.
Well, even Ozzy, you know.
Oh, the Osbourne.
He's done a couple.
I'm coming home.
Yep.
and all the others, you know. makes it into the radios in regular restaurants. You sit in a regular restaurant and you can tell your parents, remember the crazy guy I told you? I listened to the music. Oh yeah, the idiot. So he's singing right. You hear him singing right away. But it's so different.
Yep.